Shalom, shalom, shalom. Dial Car here, FTL Fatherland, man. Camp Indoor Ministry. All right, doing the indoor ministry. I got a small little injury from doing a lot of work, pushing real hard out there in the highways and byways. You know what I'm saying? So Abba Ratazal be back in the highways fairly soon. But for right now, you know what I'm saying? It's just wise if I stay off, you know what I'm saying? Standing up for long periods of time until my leg heals back up. Had a slight sprain or muscle tear or what they call a contusion. But it's all good. But before we get started, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors goes to the elders of Great Millstone who taught 144% truth. Double honors also goes to the seven, all right, that helped lay the foundation, beginning with Abba Bivens of One West. And once again, you know what I'm saying, Rabahab, Rab Shalom, to the sincere Akim, Wa, Akwathium, the brothers and sisters in this truth, all right? And the confusion and face those that resemble the heathen that are scattered across the four corners of the globe, all right? And a big salute to the brothers pushing this truth, hastening the coming of our Redeemer of Yasharallah only, Yahushai. Yahushai is the real name of our Messiah, who the world ignorant refers to as Jesus Christ. All right, Yahweh is the name of our Father. All right, the Father of the Hebrew Israelites, who the world ignorant refers to as God or Yahuwah or Jehovah. And we don't deal with Yahuwah or Jehovah or Joshua or Yahushua or any of those weird names. It's Yahweh and Yahushai. All right. So we're gonna get right into it, man. We're going to go to Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. All right. So we're here to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Put this work in. All right, because ultimately, everybody that's in this age, everybody that's in America has been born in America to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, unless you're a part of the elect. So we're doing this work, you know what I'm saying, to help fulfill prophecy on the right-hand side. And, you know, we supplicate and we pray and we beg for mercy to be of that number so that we don't be destroyed like the wicked 2/3 Hebrew Israelites, okay, and the heathen. All right, because this place is really just a big bonfire that just hasn't been lit yet, and it's about to be lit real soon. All right, so I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. So that's why we do this work, to be living sacrifices. Even though people don't think this work is important or they look down on us, they look down and they spit on Yahushai. You know, they said, kill Yahushai and save Barabbas. So how much more will his prophets, his apostles, be hated on as well? You know, so that's just a part of it. We're going to take our stripes, you're going to take our injuries, all right? And stuff like that might happen if you're pushing hard. That you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. So doing this work is a reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world. All right, so we don't fold for this world. We're not of this world. We're just in this world. All right. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's the real essence of being brainwashed. These scriptures will brainwash you. It'll wash the filth out of your mind and your spirit, man. If you're sincere and if you're of the elect, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. All right. If your mind isn't renewed and hasn't been washed of the filth and the brainwashing, okay, then how can you know what the Most High wants? You're not going to know these scriptures. All right. So it's important to be locked into these scriptures and do this work, man. We're learning, and then, you know, we're teaching. All right. So now we're going to go to James, the book of James. Book of James, chapter 1, verse 2 and 3. All right. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse. Hold on. Let me get this out of here because somehow my tablet done cut off the sentence. So bear with me for 1 second. I know what it says, but I want to read it. That's crazy. All right, this is James chapter 1. James also was the brother of Yahushua, the younger brother. This is James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. All right, what are diverse temptations? Like the lust of this world? Now, diverse temptations is talking about tribulations, unfavorable actions, being arrested, being killed, being gossiped on, being backstabbed, being talked about, being betrayed, being set up, being murdered. All these things are what diverse temptations are, okay? Because the temptation ultimately is to get you to fall out this truth and to quit your reasonable service. And that's called the sifting. The Most High puts us through these things on the left-hand side. You know what I'm saying? The book of Job is the best example, chapter 1. We go through diverse temptations, right? To see if we're really sincere. Okay, like a marriage, man. You know, your girl goes out to the gym, some buff, tall chocolate dude with a 6-figure salary starts talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Now she's in a diverse temptation, man. You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna be? Ultimately, you're gonna see if she's meant to be a real wife or if she was for the streets, and that's why we go through these things in the flesh to see if we're really going to be a part of that, a true bride, like Matthew 25, chapter 1 talks about, or if we are an unwise virgin with no oil. Okay. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So these things are to try our faith, and as we are tried and shown to be true in the faith, it works that patience. Okay, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and enter wanting nothing. All right, so we don't want anything of this world. The world tries to superimpose and say, hey, you should want this, you should want that, you should desire that, you should do this. All right, but this is all that matters. Okay, this is what matters, and the brothers pushing this truth are going to get a reward. Okay, and the whole world is going to be jealous, and then they will see that the Most High wasn't dealing with them from the start, and that they hated the people that the Most High has 3 honks in the spirit, man. How about Shem Yahushua? And the world, including the 2/3, they will see that the Most High was dealing with certain elect men and the few sincere sisters out there. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberally. And that's speaking all men as the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. And upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith. So you got to be sincere, man. This isn't for everybody. Nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. All right, so one day you're in the truth, and then when you get on thugs, you don't talk about the truth and you're a thug. Or one day you're in the truth, then when you go to your security job, you know, you're being a coon. All right, letting off guard, you know, pigs with badges, you know, disrespect, and all of a sudden you're pretending like you want to be a cop. All right, or whatever the case, you're compromising, you're not true. Or, you know, when the M to the O to the T to the B is ultimate, and the J to the A to the B is ultimately mandatory law, a lot of people are going to flake up out this truth. A lot of people are gonna bow down to Satan. all right, which is Esau and his governmental system. And the rest is going to be history, man. All right. For let not the man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right. So once it comes time to really man up or woman up in this truth, all right, the double-minded person who's lukewarm, ultimately, and the unwise virgin, they're going to go the way of the world to survive or to be liked or to have the so-called dainties of this world. But ultimately, if they even live long enough to see the nukes, they're going to be destroyed by the nukes. All right. So let's get something on patience. This is Revelation chapter. I'm going to Revelations chapter 2 and 9. I know that works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Why are we rich, man? Because we have the oil and the wine of these scriptures. We have the mysteries and the understanding of these scriptures, man. All right. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are the Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You know, them Edomites, okay? And the 2/3 Hebrew Israelites, they're of the synagogue of Satan, primarily dealing with Esau, because he's the devil the Bible speaks of. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. So is there going to be some, well, the devil is red, he's Esau. He's not white. But there's not going to be some satanic caricature with goat legs walking around throwing us in jail, man. Like a lot of bug outs might try to teach, oh, they're fallen angels and they're going to nah, man. All right, that devil is the so-called white man and the heathen and anyone that's under his jurisdiction. And we already see what's going on with this new world order WHO law stuff that they're bringing into play. For none of those things which thou shalt suffer, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. So, hey, if they happen to round us up, you know what I'm saying, for this truth and for going against what the beast is propagating, then, you know, be loyal to death, man. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. So we're here to overcome, all right, because that second death is thermonuclear destruction, man. All right. And this is Revelations 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, staying loyal, staying diligent, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, that these wicked days, man, pursuant of Daniel 12 and 1. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. He that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, which is Yahweh, and the name of the city of my power, which is Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, Yahweh, and I will write upon him my new name. So there's an eternal reward, man, to be a part of the 144,000, or, you know what I'm saying, and for some people, they're just going to have to get reborn into this thing. All right. But we're striving to escape the hour of temptation, man. These nukes, you know, hopefully these executions. But if we have to take that straight gate to become of the 144,000 elect, so be it. All right. So be it. All right. I'm going to get Hebrews 12. It's faster. Indoor Ministry. All right, this is Hebrews 12, 5 through 8. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, Yahweh Yahushai, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. So there's a reason why the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai have tougher lives than average people. And yeah, there's some people that might have money, and other worldly blessings. But on the flip side, they got other things, you know what I'm saying, that they must be battling with. And, to whom is given, much is required. So those with money, man, part of the ministry is to give alms and to help people. So, if you're a true man of the Lord, then you're going to be contributing financially to brothers or to certain camps that are in the truth under GMS, you know what I'm saying, that push this 140% truth that learn from Elder Tahar, man. All right. And, so to each his own, man. All right. And he chasteneth us, man, because we're not of this world. We're in this world, man. It's like being in Hell Week or boot camp. That's all this world is for us. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. So the Most High loves those that have been going through hell in this world, because we hate this world. That's why we say, fuck this world. Okay? Because this world's ultimately about to be nuked. What's there to love? There's no future. If you know what's going on prophetically, geopolitically, all right, then there's no way you could love this world. It's satanic. And to love this world is to be with enmity against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So if you love this world, then you're an enemy of the Most High. And these are the scriptures. And everyone's not going to roll with it, but please believe those that don't roll with this Bible, they're already walking dead. They don't know it, and they're about to go to some seriously nightmarish shit. And they're not going to get saved like we read in the book of Exodus. They're not going to receive or see none of those miracles or rewards, man. They're going to be shown how much the Most High truly hated them and why he gave them a material world, because the spiritual world is going to run forever, and it's going to come down on this material world, and they're not going to have any parts of it, man. All right. And they're going to have to get put down. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, you're just going to get destroyed. And then you're going to be reincarnated through the 144,000 elect men. And that's why it says here in 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. That's why it says here, 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau, the so-called white man, who's the red man, the devil the Bible speaks of, for Esau is the end of the world, because he has these nukes and he's going to use them. And he wants to put that Dorito chip in everybody, and he wants to put that Capri Sun in everybody. All right, man. And there's pretty soon with this monkey virus or whatever the heck is going on, hey man, you're gonna have to get that stuff, man. It's gonna be mandatory, man. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, the Hebrew Israelites, is the beginning of it that followeth. So China don't got next, which is Moab. The Hebrew Israelites got next. All right. And those that are truly called, we're not gonna fold. We're locked into this truth. And Abba Ratazah, Most High willing, nothing's gonna lock us out, man. All right. Nothing's gonna take our crowns, man. All right. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that follow. People are trying to win right now, and they're trying to game this world when it's the end. Okay. And that's the predicament that he has, the deaf, dumb, and blinded. All right. So this is Hebrews 12 and 7 once again. If ye endure chastening, Allah Hayam dealeth with you as with sons. So if you're going through hell in this world, and you're in this truth, you're pushing this truth, you're learning this same truth, the Most High is dealing with you. He considers you a true son. Okay? For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? I don't have any sons. But if I did have a son and he did something bad, I'm going to beat his ass. But his friend, I'm not going to beat his friend's ass. That's his dad's problem. You only discipline your own children, man. So some people have life easier than others, way easier, because the Most High is not dealing with them. They're in Satan's hands. Satan has blessings too, man. Satan will bless you and keep you away from the real blessings to see who you really are. Okay? That's why this world, a big metaphor, is that this place is the matrix. All right? And you don't want to be, some people are just NPCs, non-playable characters. All right. And then the elect men, we're like Ryu, Ken, you know, we're like Mario and Luigi. All right. You know, in a world full of vampires, we're Blade. All right. We're the Avengers. We're the X-Men. All right. But if ye be without chastisement, all right. So let's get that word chastise. I'm gonna get a definition real quick. This is the gospel going out, being spread across the four corners of the globe. You know, shalom to you brothers in Europe that's always watching the videos, you brothers in Asia, you brothers in Africa, you brothers in America, you brothers in the islands. You know, my videos, they go everywhere, man. Chastisement means rebuke or reprimand severely, punish, especially by beating. The Most High be beating my ass, and he beating you brothers' asses too, man. All right. Another word is castigate, lambast. All right. Lecture, criticize, tell off, or throw a book at. Essentially being judged in this world. We're getting our judgment now so that we can receive blessings later, and others are receiving blessings now because they're going to get judged later by the nukes. Who knows what else could happen to people? And dying by nukes is if they're lucky enough to even live that long. Okay. And this is, man, we're at the door of this situation, man. We're not, this isn't some like 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. This is like 2, 3, 4, or 5 months away, man. This shit's about to collapse. The economy is about to collapse. Martial law is about to be declared. And once it's martial law, and there's going to be military trucks and tanks blocking off everywhere, your streets, your intersections. You're not going to be able to go into grocery stores unless you have your bio identification. All right. And you're going to have to drink that Capri Sun, and you're going to have to take that Dorito chip, man. This is the world. This is what 2023 is going to be about. I'm already dubbed it, man. 2023 is the year of the Dorito chip. Hebrews 12:8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. All right, so we don't want to be bastards to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And that's the gist of the ordeal, is that 2/3 is bastards. So we can get that. We're going to go to book of Zechariah. (13) and verse 8. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. 2 parts shall be cut off therein and die. 2 parts shall be cut off therein and die. It's talking about America, man. And these other places too. But primarily America, because this is the focal point of the end times, is America. This is Mystery Babylon. This is the main scene of the end time movie. 2 parts shall be cut off therein and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. The 3rd is the elect, beginning with the 144,000 men. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, through these tribulations, through these crazy times that we're in. And I will refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them on what's the name? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's why we've been teaching you guys the name and no other name. People are going to be saying, God, Jesus, God, and Jesus. And then they're not going to get saved, man. All right, they're a part of you're not dealing with the right name, man. And, you know, Most High is not dealing with you. You can't call on someone to save you and don't know their name. They shall call on my name and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power, my God. This is why we teach, man, so the blood's not on our hands, because we know without a reasonable doubt. So we're here to convince you, if possible, you know, without a reasonable doubt, but we're not going to bother you with it. We're not supposed to be heckling you with the truth, harassing you with the truth, but we will teach this truth. Okay? And this is why, because the scriptures say so. We don't operate outside of the scriptures. All right? So I'm going to get Ezekiel, and I'm going to get Ezekiel chapter 3. Verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, which the Hebrew Israelite, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. Eat this roll means read these scriptures and get full understanding, and then tell the people, warn the people, man. All right? So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels, right? The mind, the lob, the heart, the mind, and fill thy bowels, your spirit, all right, with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. So we're here to speak these righteous words to our people to try to save their lives and their souls, man. All right. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. So this truth ain't for the heathens. This truth ain't for the so-called white man, the red man, the devil the Bible speaks of, Esau, Edom, or none of these other nations, man. It's only for the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. I'm going to get Ezekiel 33. Ezekiel 33:7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. And warn them from me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at thine hand. If we don't do this work, knowing this truth, eating this roll, teaching these scriptures and prophecies, these blessings and these curses, all right, the ins and outs of these scriptures, the oil, the mysteries, etc., then it's going to be on our hands, man. So it's suicide for me, per se, to not do what I'm doing right now. It's literally suicide. This is all I have. This is all I breathe and live for. This is, you know, when the Most High wakes me up, man, before I even get out of bed or open my eyelids, I'm saying, Thawada Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for giving me another day, man. Before I even open my eyes, I'm already thanking him. Once I know I'm up, I'm shocked. Like, yo, I got another day. That means it's time to push this truth, man. Okay? But his blood will I require at thine hand. So there's people that think they're Mr. Know-it-alls, or whatever the case may be. They're not trying to push this truth. They're not active in a ministry in any shape, way, or form, or they're lying and teaching false things and contending against the prophets and saints. These people are guilty, man, of blood, man. Just like you baby killers out there. There's a lot of baby killers out there, and they definitely aren't going to inherit the kingdom, man. They're going to have to die here in a miserable way, and they're going to be reborn through one of us men that's pushing the truth right now. All right. Now, what I'm doing right now, okay, is called teaching the scriptures according to how the scriptures say to teach the scriptures. All right. And so I'm going to get a precept on that, which will quantify what I just said in several different levels. So this is Isaiah chapter 28:10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. All right, so in the end times, we're prophesied, all right, to speak another tongue, man. Yeah, we're learning the Lashwan Kodash, the Paleo Hebrew holy tongue, but our primary language is English, Spanish, all right. And if you're in some other country in Asia, you might speak Cantonese or Vietnamese or something like that. You know, there's a lot of Hebrew Israelites strongly in the Philippines. Stammering lips means we repeat each other. So like when it says line upon line upon line, that's stammering, like repeating. I'm slowing it down. I'm emphasizing. All right. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. So that's why it's important for brothers to pay attention and learn from the elder brothers or the more seasoned brothers or the elders. All right. It's hot out here in Phoenix, man. I'll tell you that much. And that's one of the reasons how I got injured. Out there beating the streets, standing up for hours. All right. I did, you know, this isn't bragging or nothing at all. There's no glory for me. My leg is messed up. But it's healing fast. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? A muscle contusion. All right. That's because of this heat. I need to probably be eating a little better. I need to take in more vitamins. But ultimately, I'm pushing my body very hard, man, to try to help people get this truth. That's how sincere and serious I take this calling, man. This is my MBA. Okay. And for us brothers, man, we approach this like Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant. This isn't a game, man. This is life and death. I heard a horn for confirmation. All right. So now we're going to get 2 Timothy. We're going to go to 2 Timothy 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Hamashiach, the Messiah. So we're here to endure hardness. And how do we endure hardness? Just like a soldier, man. Whatever's thrown at you, a soldier doesn't leave the battlefield. He keeps going. Okay. And then I'm gonna get verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. How do you rightly divide the word of truth? Well, you need to know the precepts. You need to eat the whole roll. You need to know what's going on in the world. And you have to marry the world, current events, past events, and future events, which is prophesying to the scriptures. It's that easy. Study, 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 study to show thyself approved unto the power Allah Hayam, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, man. We're going to go to 2 Timothy 4, verse 2 through 5. All right. And this is why no matter what, man, still got to keep pushing this truth, man. 144%. Preach the word. Be instant. In season, out of season. What's in season mean? In the fair weather, like spring. When it's comfortable for you to go outside, you should be going outside and doing this work. Out of season, when it's cold outside, when it's raining outside, snowing outside, we should be out there. Because when it's war, which it is war, we're in a spiritual war, the word doesn't stop. The bullets don't stop flying because the weather conditions. That's why we have to endure it. You know, we have to endure a humiliation and everything else, man, because humility comes before honor, man. We're going to be super beings, man. You know, we're going to be unstoppable, man. We're going to be able to run through tanks, laser beam through jets. All right. We're going to be able to fly at faster than the speed of existence, man, and snatch the elite out of bunkers, man, and bring them in chains to our king, Yahweh Shai, man. All right, we're going to be immortal, man. We're going to be perfected, man. We're not going to have any flaws. Not one of us elect 144 men, Albaratazah, is going to have a weakness, man. Our women are going to be in order. All right, we're going to be the pillars of the kingdom under Yahweh Shai, man, who's under Yahweh. Like, how great of a deal is that, man? We're soldiers of fortune. Preach the word, be in season, be instant, in season, out of season, rebuke. Salakia, let me start that over. Preach, little excited. Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. They're cutting off scriptures here, man, in this tablet. And for all long suffering and sound doctrine, I believe. Damn, these dudes are messing. This tablet's messing with the scriptures. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. And the time is now. But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So whatever feels good, people will accept as the truth. They shall turn away their ears for the truth and shall be turned into fables. And these same people that believe in these fables, these intricately devised lies, or, you know, they're dealing with a cult of personality, they're going to think that, you know, that's good enough. But Revelation 13:14 says, be not deceived. Matthew 24 and Mark 13 says, be not deceived, man. The Most High's people perish for lack of knowledge, man. Being stupid and ignorant is a sin. And you will be held accountable for that. Because this world will not end until the gospel spread across the four corners. The Most High is just, man. He's not going to let no one say they didn't know. I'm going to go to Exodus 20 and 5. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them nor serve them, any idols. For I, Yahweh thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So reincarnation is real, man. There's no innocence here. When you see a baby die in a car accident, they're reincarnated and they got their judgment. And then in another 3 to 4 generations, they'll be born again. And now they might have a chance to live longer. Or the Most High might take them out again. It's up to his discretion. All right. And now I'm going to get to the meat of the lesson, which is Deuteronomy 28. And this is how the Most High set us up, man. This is the covenant we were given. The covenant was only, the contract is the covenant, and it's only for the Hebrew Israelites, never for the wicked heathen. Okay? And this is verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power, Yahweh, will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So he commanded perfection, and we cannot live up to perfection. And that's why we're in this situation in the end times now. The only thing that will redeem us is the perfect blood that was shed from our Messiah, our King, man, Yahweh Shai. And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. So we would have blessings on blessings on blessings in every category of life, if we followed the law, statutes, and commandments, which we failed at miserably as a people. And yeah, it was us, because we're reincarnated. We was there during Exodus, and we're here now in the second Exodus. There's nothing new under the sun. Blessed shalt be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Yahweh shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. And what does that mean? They mass up thinking they're going to destroy us, and then they leave scattering like ants, roaches, every man for himself, man. And that's what's coming again, and that's why we're repenting, coming back into the fold, which is talked about in Ezekiel chapter 37. That's called repenting, feeling guilty and sorrowful for our deeds, and then changing them. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto. And he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself. So we're a holy people unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. This ain't got nothing to do with the heathen. They shouldn't even be touching our scriptures. And the only reason they are is because we're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28. But the blessings that we're about to receive will be forever. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power and walk in his ways. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee. And they were at one point in time. And then we fell off. And now the world wants to scoff and say that we don't even have an identity, that we don't have a heritage because they stole it all. They took our name. The synagogue of Satan. And they don't fear us anymore, but they're going to learn to fear us. Right now, they're hoping we're wrong. But boy, we're right. We're very right. And Google and YouTube, you guys know we're right too. So just get prepared to be dragged into captivity, man, if you live. And even if you die, you're going to be reincarnated into a slave, Edomite or heathen. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, and in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. We don't lend to nobody. We don't have banks. It's not our face on money and coins. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. Right now, we're the tail. Esau is the head. But we just read earlier, man, that we got next. Ezekiel's, 2nd Esdras 6 verse 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is he that cometh after, followeth after, roughly paraphrased. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of Yahweh thy power, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words. We went aside from these words. And that's why we're in this position now. And that's why we're scrambling back. And we're obsessed with this truth and this work, man. Because we want desperately these blessings. Who wants to be cursed? And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. The other gods are meant for the heathen. We're not to veer left or right. We're not to break these laws, statutes, and commandments ever. But it shall come to pass if now this is where we're at as an existence, and we've been reincarnated into this scenario over and over and over again under the heathen. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 15. These are the curses now. We read the blessings. These are the curses. And the curses is from verse 15 to verse 68. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments, all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall thy basket, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. That's why we have felon businesses, man. That's why we can't get along. That's why we're dealing with Jim Crow. That's why we're dealing with Willie Lynch, prosecution and persecution. And our own families and our own people are our biggest enemies because the work's been done on us so much that we've been brainwashed and programmed to think like Edomite. And that's why Yahushua said to the Pharisees and Sadducees, you have your father the devil, because they had that Edomitic mindset. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. Your children will be born deformed. Your children will be born dumb, weak, wicked. Your child might be a gangbanger and kill 20 people. Cursed shalt thou might be born a mole, a rainbow coalitioner, a LGBT member. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. We didn't even get 30 acres and a mule. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do. All right, so we're not going to be successful in anything that we attempt to do. All right, and the wicked, the 2/3 Hebrew Israelites, they don't understand these scriptures. So they cast judgments falsely, even though they're under the same curses, but they're the 2/3. And all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. The only thing you can do right now in this world is do this truth, man. Is do this work. Is learn this truth and then do this work. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. Whether thou goest to possess it. So nothing but just unfortunate events. The Lord shall smite thee with the consumption and with the fever and with the inflammation and with the extreme burning and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Just being destroyed with weapons, diseases, your body's just rotting with no one to bury you. You're hanging from trees, right? Birds eating your eyeballs out, your mouth out, ants eating you up. You're decomposing right there. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. Okay? So we'll be ruled over by heathens, man, ultimately. And they'll always have a cause to throw us in their jails. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder, famine, starvation, and dust. He shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And that's why we're scattered. That's why we have confusion of faces now. That's why all Hebrew Israelites don't have a similar phenotype now. And thy carcass shall be meat unto all the fowls of the air, and to the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. You know, you'll be a dead body, man, and nobody will care. And those days are coming back, man. The Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, captivity, and with the emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed. And we see that, man. Our women are bald. They need weaves and lace fronts, surgeries, Botox injections. The Lord will smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Be blind to the truth, man. Hidden in plain sight. Astonishment of heart, when they're like, why everything that I do goes to shit? Why can't I have a family? Why can't I have consistent friendships? Why can't I have a career? You'll be the exception to what it means to have a good life, man. And that shit'll drive you crazy. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as a blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. And that's what's going on now. Now, one of the mysteries of Deuteronomy 28 is that it's also a direct letter to King David. And this is what he'll be going through over and over and over again. Okay? Because that's how King David went out. He was blind and he was smitten with the diseases. All right? King David is Moses. Okay? And I'm going to get this last one here. Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. That's why you see pyramids on a dollar bill, because we're in a spiritual Egypt of the end times, man. The final kingdom of Esau, Edom. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, the transatlantic slavery, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Who are enemies? So-called white man, Esau, Edom. For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. No man will buy us to free us. You can buy a slave and I'll free you. Now, nobody gave a damn. The whole world relished off of our downfall. Okay? And I'll close out right here. We get Revelations 13:9-10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, man. So we're assured that the Edomites and these heathens are going to be destroyed, and we're going to have our chance to destroy them and rule over them in any way that we please, as long as it's in righteousness. You know, so we're not even going to be able to do sinful things pretty soon. So it'll all be righteous on what we do with this wicked people. Okay? But, you know, that's the lesson, man. Pray, brothers and you, a few sisters out there, if you're watching, edified. Abba Baba, Wawath Laba Ba. This place is done. Repent. Keep pushing hard. You know, some of us going to have to enter that straight gate. Be prepared mentally, spiritually, man. Walk that straight gate, man. It's here. Like, it's officially here. Shalom.